guys got a very nice place here. Oh, you can come up. Thanks.
I will let Coach open up with some remarks and we'll take questions.
Well, obviously a very satisfying victory on the road. Proud of my football team. I'm proud of, they fixed a lot of things. And it starts with them. It starts with our players and their ability to go out on the field and really, affect a change, from last week. They were much more physical. There's things that we certainly need to do better. But look, we were playing a really good football team, top 25 team on the road. I think they even scheduled this as their homecoming team. That's we take that personal. Our guys were ready to play. It didn't start the way we wanted to. We were in, obviously some compromising situations. We made some changes in the second quarter and settled down nicely. And then, we made some plays defensively. We got a couple interceptions. We got a couple 3-and-out and allowed our offense to kind of get going. But the real story here is, individually, Jaden Daniels is just a warrior. I mean, he's tough, he's physical, he's smart, he's skilled. I don't know, I can't use enough superlatives about him individually. And then collectively, just a mindset of a tough football team going on the road when they've been, just absolutely, beat up. How bad they are, and they respond against a really good football team, especially on offense. And I'm just really happy for my players. So with that,
Wilson.
Yeah. What was Jaden dealing with, and when he got hit like that, just what was going through your mind knowing that he was having to come off the field?
We got a really good guy that can come in and us. That's what I was thinking.
What was Jaden dealing with?
Oh, he got banged up. Yeah, he got banged up.
Coach.
It seems like you guys solved some problems in the second half defensively. What really changed, or what were some of the adjustments you guys made in that second half? Yeah,
I mean, I think, we mixed up our coverages a lot more. As you know, early on we played a lot of man coverage. There were tough matchups there for us. Luther's a tough matchup. Weiss is a tough matchup. Mookie's a tough matchup. A lot of those guys were tough matchups for us. So, we had to get into some more quarter coverage, some more half roll coverage. We just started to mix things up. We wanted to protect our box, and when I say that, our front, early on, based upon what happened last week, that was a priority. And so to do that, we needed to play some more man so we could get an extra hat to the fits. But we ended up holding up just, really well. We had a couple of misfits, in some long runs that we'll clean up, but that's why we were man early, and then we had to go zone, and our guys did a nice job up front.
John?
The Perkins interception, was that kind of a big play you guys were looking for to kind of get something back on track?
Yeah, we were in some new coverages that they hadn't seen before. We hadn't done that with Harold before, where he showed like he was blitzing, and then he came out and he ran trail coverage against the wide receiver. We just feel like, with him now, we've established him as a Sam linebacker / nickel that, we can do some creative things with him where he can be coming off the edge or he can turn and run and carry vertical seams like he did. And it's been taking us a while to really get his role defined, and it's caused us some pain in the sense of the structure of our defense. I think we've now established where he can best fit, and it really allows us to be consistent with how we set our front and really establish the techniques that we want to run.
Coach, what do you think of your team's just psyche overall and your staff after being down so early, 22-7, and staying in it mentally?
Yeah, I mean, we were battling. I mean, all I know is that when we got down early, I just felt like the way the game was, that if we just get one more score, we could get back into it, because I knew we were starting to settle down defensively, and I felt like we had a chance to get back in this game and win it. I didn't lose that confidence, and I was over on the bench just making sure that our defensive guys were confident and playing with more aggressive tendencies, especially when the ball was in the air. Just trying to keep the guys up and keep competing.
These are young guys.
Yeah.
And you said how you have a lot of young players. So, but for the Perkins interception or the Swinson hit that caused the long fumble, I mean, did they just need to see some positive things?
Absolutely.
Maybe that can change
No, absolutely.
how things
You know,
go?
confidence is one where, you know, you need to make some plays to gain confidence too. And so, you know, they saw that happening, you know, for the first time against a really good opponent. That you know, back-to-back weeks, the two offenses that we've seen are really, really good offenses. You know, they're top offenses in the country, and we've been challenged. And you know, we certainly know that we have to be better, but these kids now are starting to see that they can make some plays. And as you know, we made another change at corner. We moved Sage Ryan out to corner. And, you know, he gives us a real good tackler out in the big field. And we just need to continue now to work on that and gain some consistency.
Wilson.
What was I missing? The Charles Turner, y'all had to go through a lot at center. Just kind of what was he dealing with, and how did that
Knee,
affect the game?
he had a hyperextension of his knee. You know, we put Martinez in, and for some reason, and he's been really, really good. He had an off day today. He'll bounce back. So we put DJ in, the true freshman, and he was unflappable. He went in there and put another true freshman in there, and didn't seem to bother him. The moment was really big, and he handled himself really well.
John.
I know it's hard to tell a kid not to score when he's got the end zone right.
No,
in
he
front of him.
he shouldn't score.
Yeah.
He shouldn't score. He knows he's not supposed to. We actually work on that drill. But I don't know if you guys know this, but Major tends to be a little emotional at times. So, you know, I told him, I said, listen, I get it, but the game's over if you take a knee, and we don't have to watch this thing go up and down the field again. And you're going to kill me if you keep doing things like this. But you're right.
It seems like you guys improved your pressure on Cook as the game went along. What did you sort of see from your defensive line, that front seven in the second?
You know, I think it was just the attrition of just leaning on them all game. We didn't bring a lot of pressure because I didn't want to get into a lot of matchup issues. You know, I didn't want to get into a lot of cover one situations where we had 3 1-on-1. So it was a 4-man pass rush, and I just think leaning on them the whole game, we started to wear them down.
Coach can take 2. Let me get him.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What were some of the things you did with Logan to kind of wear down the Missouri defense in the run game?
So we were able to do a lot of checking at the line of scrimmage and get into some favorable run game checks. Jaden did a great job of recognizing pressures, and we were able to check into some favorable looks. The second thing that they had a plan was they wanted to play a lot of 2 deep safety and play off, and kind of they were willing to give us the short routes. They weren't going to give us the ball down the field, and it gave us some favorable runs where the numbers were in our favor. And Logan and Jaden took advantage of those checks, and we checked into some runs that were favorable.
One more.
What do you think? What kind of impact do you think Pete Jenkins coming in had on the defensive line? I think he does most of his work in the offseason, if I'm not mistaken.
He does. He's mostly an off-season guy. Having Pete here is helpful, and Pete brings a resume of work that immediately changes the attention level of our defensive linemen, in a sense that when he speaks, they listen.
Anything in particular about this game, though?
I thought we attacked so much better up front. I think our stances were better. I think we crowded the ball much better. I thought we were too far off the ball. I thought we were in reactive stances. We were much more attacking the line of scrimmage. And look, he was here for 3 days. You know, we're not going to reinvent, you know, the Bears, you know, defense from '86. But I will say this: he did make an impact in terms of those things, and he's going to be here all year. And he'll continue to help us moving forward. It's nice that I get a chance to sit in, you know, the D-line meetings with him and watch his teaching progression, and that's what he's doing. He's not involved in scheme. He's not involved in game planning. It's really just allowing these guys the technique work that they've been really not getting enough of because of not having a full-time defensive line coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Great, thank you.